Right, so I've completed the swap. Tightened up those 3 bolts first. Then I did this one for the rack and pinion. Put that nut under. I had a problem with the nut. It locked out. It locked on me, so I had to drill it out on all the sides, and took it off with the air chisel. I got a new nut on there. Fortunately, I did not damage the thread on it. Put those 2 bolts, nuts and bolts back on there. Did the brake line. That bracket you'll have to take off the old assembly, and it'll bolt onto the new one. Then you put your clips back in there for your ABS. Also changed out the rotor and the pads. The problem I ran into was with the screws that hold it in place, so I had to drill those out. I'll replace those at a later time. Hopefully it doesn't damage my rotors too much. So that helps hold them in place in case you don't torque the wheels down evenly at 80 foot-pounds. The lug nuts are supposed to be at. What you do not want to do is loosen that middle bolt right there. What you want to do is take off the 3 bolts like I showed you, these 3, and then you're going to take off the 2 bolts right there. Take the whole assembly out. With the McPherson strut compressor, which is this clamp, you'll be able to compress the spring, and then you'll be able to take this nut off. And the only reason you'd want to do that is if you're just changing out the strut. Fortunately, I was able to get the whole assembly for a decent price, which included the new mount, so I changed out the whole thing. This is just for demonstration. I'm not going to mess with it. This is going in the trash or recycling. So be careful with this, because this thing is under a tremendous load. You do not want to take that nut off at all unless you have had it compressed. So be very, very careful. You could lose a foot or a leg when this thing flies out. Just be careful.